Welcome, wonderful people. Speed Gaming, welcome to our Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race featuring Radical Sniper 99 and Kaide Rukawa. My name is Lucian Greeth. I am joined here tonight by Malmo. How are you doing tonight, Malmo?
I'm doing well. Are you ready to get this race on? We are doing Tournament Keysanity, which is a variation of Keysanity designed to make it a little bit more race-friendly in the sense that volatility comes from the runner's skill and routing and not so much from blind luck. So we have placed the big key of Ganon's Tower inside Ganon's Tower. We've also placed the Castle Tower small keys inside Castle Tower, similar to Fad keys, except it's not all dungeons. So the effect that has is that Aga Tower keys are vanilla and they're not shuffled around. So you don't just find two and immediately know it's an Aga seed. You still have to make those gambles in the early game.
Yeah, and like sometimes those Castle Tower keys can just really throw off a game if they decide to be super obscure. Also, we're joined by our tracker tonight, Lady Laura Linda. That tracker always important, keeps us commentators honest.
So yeah,
we're on our way.
On our way, both from Link's house. Got Mirror right from the start. Very good routing tool and required for certain checks and certain dungeons. Both of them going for the Uncle as well. The Uncle is a good resource grab in the early game. You kill this enemy here and get yourself a tree pull, and you get yourself 2 items from the Uncle chest.
Yeah, we're in for a good game tonight because Kaide and Radical Sniper are 2 top-tier runners. Yeah, Pearl too, so Mirror and Pearl.
Alright, going for one last hit on the guard, just to see if maybe some prize packs turn up any resources. Usually what you're looking for this early in the game is bombs. You want bombs for Kakariko. There are 3 checks in Kakariko that require a bomb. And the best way to get it when you don't start with boots is to farm enemies and tree pulls and hope for the best, or to just gamble that there's one in a chest somewhere.
Yeah, so we'll likely see that trip into the Lost Woods. Hopefully you find some there. Oh, fairy, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it's nice. There is an 8 bomb in this pack, but it's a few enemies to kill to even get to that point, even if you get perfect luck. So more likely, Kaide is just hoping for a tree pull at a higher tier. And look at this! Radical Sniper has gotten a bomb from the bush crab. And it's not just bush crabs dropping bombs, it's bush crabs dropping rupees, and if you collect enough of them quickly, you can get the second to last prize. Which unfortunately, you will not get if the bush crab just walks somewhere you can't go. So, Sniper ahead in 1 bomb, but both of them flush in money. Going back for seconds on the way out. Nice job. Keeping that bush crab in the corner.
Bush crab's not playing as nice with Kaide.
Yeah. Just putting that rupee just out of reach. Close enough so you think you can grab it and then you can't.
But it's nice to have that kind of money early on without having to make a check or do a Houlihan play.
Yeah, Houlihan plays are a little more common in Keysanity because you don't tend to find as much money early on when the keys are in the pool, because the money just gets shuffled into dungeons and places the keys would normally be. But Bush Crab with Red Rupee means we don't even have to do that.
Alright, so we get an early Skullwoods key, which you'll need... Technically you don't need any if you're looking to beeline Mothula. Might need 1 if you're looking to make navigating a bit easier.
Yeah, you want 1 so you don't get trapped in the dungeon when you do the final checks.
But generally speaking, 1 more frivolous keys, depending on how it plays out.
Flippers. Blinds Hideout. Kaide's going straight for the bomb shop. I think he knows in Keysanity you're less likely to find bombs by luck in the chests in this area. So going for the money, or going for the money so you can buy bombs is a good play. Kaide would have had to double dip the blind hideout if he had just gone in hoping for a bomb.
Well, depending on how the Kakariko well goes, Jesse might make Radical Sniper might have to make a similar move.
Yeah. You got 2. 2 is a good number to have because, oh look, there's just 10 in here. Because the third one is used really close to the bomb shop, so you're not doing nearly as much backtracking. Oh, that powder, what a tease. It's so close to the magic bat, but we can't actually get there.
Oh, we got a bottle. I didn't see where.
Yeah, there was a bottle here too. In I think it was in Chicken Hut.
Okay. Like the Hollow Knight sprite that Radical Sniper's using.
Oh, thanks. I made half of it. And then I couldn't finish it, and someone else finished it for me. Shoutouts to Winter.
Yeah, I know I used the Hornet sprite for a while. That was I like that sprite too. In fairness, I just really like the game.
Silk Song 1.
See, that was my coping mechanism when I was playing the Hornet sprite. I just pretended that was Silk Song.
What if I told you you can hack a Hornet sprite into Hollow Knight Randomizer?
I guess that's probably close enough to Silk Song.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. You can even hack the thread hub. Okay, nothing we have to worry about in the library. So we don't start with boots in this mode, so it's one less thing to have to come back for. And remember, in Keysanity, it's so common you just find a key there and forget about it, because it's a key. It's just on the verge of being memorable, or at least important, but not memorable.
And then it turns out to be like the Thieves Town small key, which hides progression in the big chest.
Yeah. You get a blind check of the maze race for 300 rupees. Maze race blind checks also more common in Keysanity because it's usually a key in our experience. At least enough to influence our decisions. You'll see probably Kaida will do it as well.
Looks like we're heading for back of escape.
Yeah, we did get a glove in Kakariko, so that opens up this check. Oh! Kaida proving me wrong. And I think 300 is worth it. Okay, yeah, it's Zora money. Almost. I don't know if Kaide knows this, but there's a bush crab near South Shore as well, so if you're not quite there yet, you can farm that for 20s.
I think I know that, but I can't remember where exactly it is.
You go east from the dam and go up a little bit, near where the bird attacks you before transitioning.
Okay.
So Sniper's the luck with the bush crab and resource management has put him a little bit ahead of Kaide, even on these early game checks. Kaide has just finished Kakariko, and Sniper has already done Back of Escape and is already at Dam.
Yeah, that bush crab that's starting to play nice with Radical Sniper definitely gives a small advantage in the early game.
Yeah, as well as the blind pull of the maze race item. Of course, you save time if it's nothing when you don't blind pull it. So it's a little bit of luck in his favor. Oh, we got a traveling Moldorm. No, he says no. So if you're doing this bomb Moldorm strat, usually you can place a bomb a little bit high, or just a little bit above the door, and then walk into the door to hide from it. And the Moldorm will usually charge you by the time the bomb explodes, getting that middle one. And we're rewarded with a sword and some information about Skullwoods. So this is not all dungeons Keysanity, so we do care about pendants and crystals.
Also, we've got our Dark World access from that.
Yep, that was Mitts in the last chest. Okay, Kaide getting the last Zora money. We have flippers, so it makes sense to want these checks done now. There isn't really a better time to do it except maybe never. Or...
The only other time I could think you could rationalize it would be to loop it in with a catfish check.
Yeah, so you could go to Hobo from this check and then do Catfish Zora together. That is true. We have the mirror, so it makes sense.
But you're right. Like, you've got the mirror, you got the flippers, you got the money. Why not knock it out now?
I like Kaide's strat in the Mini Moldorm Cave, where he killed the one on the right and then used the right one's lane to kill the one in the middle without putting himself in danger. That was very cool.
Yeah. Too.
Yeah, we got a sword out of Ice Rod Cave. That's very nice for our first foray into the Dark World, which I imagine is what Sniper is doing. There's not a lot else to do that's good. There's the escape. There's eastern area without the bow, without the keys. So Sniper is just going to go for Overworld. Maybe a shallow dip into Thieves Town. Again, no keys.
You get that skull small, so it might not be a bad... Yep, that looks like where he's going.
Yeah. Yeah, without that skull small, I doubt he'd be making this play. But skull's a little bit more dense in Keysanity. A lot of those chests that used to be small keys, there's 5 of them that are now items. 6 that are items, but only 5 that we can get without the big key. Oh, and we see Ice Palace is a pendant. It says so at the top of the screen near the magic bar. So don't even need to check the map for that. Small key to desert.
That could always be an important one.
Yeah, that will probably come into play when we get Flute, giving us access to desert with that mirror and mitts that we have already. I'm actually a little suspicious of desert and expect to see a Flute not too long from now. But that's just a hunch. Kaide is taking some Zora checks. I didn't see, did Sniper do any of the flipper checks after getting the sword?
Nope, not a one.
Okay, so we see a bottle. We don't care about bottles anymore. We have one. It's not worth mirroring to.
Also gotta say, Kaide didn't have to do the fake flipper setup, but they did it anyway with like 0 prep. They just like walked in and did it.
Ooh, and a sword and Waterfall Fairy. So Sniper is going to be a little underpowered compared to Kaide.
Yeah, so we'll see where that 4th sword ends up being. Could be in Ganon's Tower for all we know.
Ganon's Tower, Small Key, and Skullwoods. You want a couple of those going into Ganon's Tower. I think you only need 1 to actually full clear it. 2 if you want to climb.
1 if you want
correct?
to climb, because there's a mini helmet that has a small key near the top.
Yeah, but I'm worried. So I'm assuming, let's say you get all 22 checks, right? You have opened some key doors, and you need 1 key in the pool to open all the key doors in the basement, and that'll leave you with 0.
You're right. I'm thinking regular Keysanity, not tournament Keysanity.
Yeah, because we'll be looking for a GT Big Key. Yeah, that is a key difference. We're not going to find the GT Big Key out here, so we're not going to get to go mode GT every seed.
Well, I'm glad I'm in the commentator booth making that slip up rather than in the game.
Also, I'm glad that we have chat telling us that Thieves Town Big Key was on Zora, so another big find for Kaide over Sniper, who will probably be getting that soon, because he's heading in the direction of Catfish Zora before doing Thieves Town, which is the correct play for him. And he's also found the Fire Rod on the way out. Most people will be doing Skullwood's dip before this, and Skullwood's is a pendant, so it's questionable if we'll even come back to it. Skullwood's, it's a lot to get back there, and Mothula's not in Logic without 3 small keys, so there's nothing pointing us to do Moth right now besides that Fire Rod.
Kaide's taking a little abuse on the way in, but pulls through. So I like how both players took both of our ideas in terms of Zora routing.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Sniper didn't at least go to Hobo. But maybe, yeah, because you'd have to walk out of the Zora's domain to continue on that route. But he had the opportunity to jump in the water right at Ice Rod Cave and just do that check real quick. Hobo, though, is pretty easily accessible with the mirror. So I can see why you might skip it when you have that. There's our Ice Palace Big Key and Sword. I didn't even notice the Ice Palace Key here. That's one of those you don't care about until suddenly you do. You don't need it for the dungeon, but if you get it after clearing the dungeon, it's going to be one of your last locations. There are several big keys of that nature. Skullwoods is one, Swamp is one. Just ones that you really don't want to have to go back for.
Yeah, because that just plays on your mind the entire seed.
I saw someone running a ladder seed today that had Thieves Town Big Chest having progression to another pendant dungeon. It was pretty awful.
That does sound pretty bad.
Oh, and I saw the same person get another ladder seed with Thieves Town Small Key in Ganon's Tower, with the Ganon's Tower Big Key in Thieves Town Big Chest. That was a good one. We won't be seeing that in this one.
And who says this game doesn't have a sense of humor?
Okay, Sniper has the Big Key of Thieves Town. No brainer to go back and just do that. We tend to ignore the big chest of Thieves Town in Keysanity. If you can do the dungeon, you just do it. If you're gonna last location it, so is everyone else. You don't worry too much about that.
I didn't catch that map check.
It only showed the Skullwoods pendant. It's the only map we have. Nothing behind the cape. Yeah, not much to speak of so far. Kaide's about to get his Fire Rod on Graveyard Ledge. The question is, will he go to Catfish, or will he turn back around? Because Catfish is only one item for him. It's not Catfish Zora like it is for a Sniper.
Yeah, and plus we know Catfish is only bombs.
Oh, Shovel. It's a good place to find the Shovel, because we can check it on the way down. Is Sniper just skipping Thieves Town? Or getting the Smith first? No? Skipping Thieves Town. I guess he says I want Big Key and Hammer and maybe know that it's a crystal before going in?
I usually fall into that line of thinking too. I'm very averse to going to Thieves Town without the hammer.
Another thing that's really good to have for Thieves Town is the boots. If you can get the boots before Thieves Town, that dungeon becomes 10 times easier and way faster. I would say even more so than other dungeons. So yeah, he has picked up a bow in Maze Race. Not Maze Race, the Dark World one. Okay, this looks like a Smith play. So I think what he's doing is he's doing the dig game, coming back to do Smith, gonna do Thieves Town next, and then come down with the purple chest. So the reason he has to route this way is that the dig game will not work if you have a follower, and that includes the purple chest. So he had to do it first. It also gives him the chance, the very, very small chance, that he might find the hammer in the small key, but I doubt that's really what he's thinking about. Coyote's just going to cut to the chase here. The Smith chain will become a lot faster if he can pick up the flute. Oh, Magic Bat had the lamp.
That's always good to have.
Yeah, that's an awkward bat check to do because you don't have the hammer. You have to trap your portal inside and go back to the portal at the top of the village to get back into the Dark World.
And a Radical Sniper nets a cool 10 rupees from the Smith. I guess saving the Smith's life was only worth $10.
Yeah. It's little known fact that the Smith charges you money to get his item.
Yeah, it's one of those things you do not realize until you until you need it and don't have it.
Yeah, and you're like mashing in vanilla, you're mashing the text and wondering why you're not getting your sword. And in the randomizer, you're like, Smith is broken.
Which I think is kind of a jerk move by the blacksmith. Like, hey, I saved your life from a realm of demonic monsters. You're charging me?
Well, he says, I'll give you a very special price, a very special discount, friends and family fees. But at the same time, life is hard in Hyrule, and you do have to make a living. And he's been unable to work for God knows how long, so you can't be too hard on him.
Yeah, but there's like infinitely respawning guards in the world, and I'm sure you can temper their swords.
Ah. So Sniper is here without any significant advantage over Kaide, except that he has already done the Smith and gotten the lamp from the Smith, from the Magic Bat. So it depends on what Kaide does after this. If he goes for the Smith or leaves it behind, might determine whether he catches back up on this route, because they have mostly done the same checks.
Yeah, Kaide saves a chunk of time by skipping over Catfish, opposed to Radical Sniper. But Radical Sniper's also able to loop in Zora with it, so it's kind of a wash.
And depending on how comfortable Kaide is at Dark Rooms, he could potentially skip the Smith chain entirely and not deal with the whole mirror portal shenanigans you have to do Hammerless Smith.
I can speak to that, actually. Kaide was my mentor in the final game of the Mentor Tournament last year. Ran me through Dark Aga with the Fire Rod.
Okay. Dark Aga is like the final boss of Dark Rooms. If you can do that, you're good to go.
I can do it with a Fire Rod, but that is the only condition I'll even attempt it. Otherwise, I'm not insane like that.
Yeah, luckily, we won't be doing Aga in the seed unless there's something on Lumberjack, because small keys, vanilla, in Castle Tower only. We just don't like Castle Tower. There's a Hyrule Castle small, which doesn't do anything. It puts Zelda Cell in logic, I think.
That or Dark Cross.
Dark Cross you can just go to.
Oh, yeah, you can go from. Well, if you're going from the back, you need that key, but
You can always go from the front.
Yeah.
They've both already been to the back, so there's no reason to go from the front, or not go from the front. But yeah, it's mostly an information tidbit. It would matter more if he didn't have the glove. Very nice line script from Kaide.
Also, I went back and checked. I apologize. I have actually never met Kaide in my life. I'm thinking
Oh,
of someone else completely.
is it Kaysden you're thinking of?
No, Talon Rank here.
Oh, okay. That's funny. Well, I'm sure Kaide is very comfortable with dark rooms. We'll just say that, but
It was
more likely Kaide will just find the lamp and it won't matter.
Raylan Tinkier was who
Okay.
mentored me. With apologies to Raylan if you're watching this on restream.
Oh, Kaide's gonna be watching this back and be so confused.
Who's Lucy Greeth? I don't know this person.
I've never mentored in my life. If I was a more attentive mod, I would know who the mentors were, but I don't. Because the glitch tournament's always at the same time. Alright, Sniper going for the blind script as well. Nails it. For 20 rupees. Kaide notably going back for the smith. Which means I think we will be seeing a lamp. The smith does have a little bit more weight to it when you have the magic bat to check. Will he go for the purple chest? Maybe. Probably, because I think he does want to go back to the Dark World to do more checks, so might as well pick up the purple chest on the way back down. It's a mostly inconsequential variation on Radical Sniper's route. I don't think it's changed that much between the two. Kaide didn't. Did Kaide do dig game? Yeah. So Kaide can take the purple chest down. But it's not doing magic bat. That's interesting. So Kaide has decided that losing the portal is too much of a time loss. Not worth it. I didn't know you could go around the sign like that. What the heck? I didn't know you could fit.
I don't think neither did I.
Another Ganon Tower small? That's all the ones we need. If you're smart with your keys, you can full clear the dungeon. Oh yeah, they got a shovel to check.
Oh, like imagine you're like a random person in Kakariko Village. You'd see Link walk around with a treasure chest just following them.
And then you drop it. And hey, buddy, you dropped your chest. Hey, no, it's fine. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
That's fine. I got another.
Yeah. I'll just materialize one at the locksmith down here, because that's how the world works.
I guess in a world of magic, having an inanimate object following you around isn't too weird.
I think, to be honest, that it's supposed to represent him pulling it on like a rope or something. But
oh, that's even funnier. I will imagine it's like one of those big like luggage chests too, like the ones you find in like basements or attics. That's like 75 pounds.
Tell me if you had this experience as a kid that you thought that you had to turn in the purple chest to get your sword back from the smith.
Yeah, I did actually think that.
Yeah, so you would do the purple chest quest swordless, and it was this crazy challenge where you don't have a sword, and you're going through the dark world. And then you find out as an adult that you don't need to do that. You feel dumb.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like.
Oh, we're going to swamp. What? Okay, this is one of those Keysanity first chest plays. So there's only one chest in here. You can't get too deep. So you just do it while you're here.
Yeah, definitely a good play. You got everything you need to get in. You know, you can hit that jackpot.
Swamp Small Key is one of those big sticking points in Keysanity. If Swamp is required, that Small Key is the only one in the pool, and you need it to do any of the dungeon. If we really wanted to make Keysanity less volatile, we'd put that one vanilla too. But then at that point, we're not really doing Keysanity anymore. Alright, Kaide is going into the pod area, and also has the opportunity to check Sahasrah's closet. Now it looks like, yeah, there's a bow involved, but the bow doesn't do anything until we have the Eastern Big Key. But it does get us into part of pod that we couldn't get into without tricks. And it gives a little bit of a logical pointer towards those two checks. Notably, though, they are going in here without any keys for pod, and there are 6 of them in the pool.
And just like against Tower, if you're good at finessing with your keys and know your hammer jump glitch, you can make do with 4, do a full clear.
Yeah, it's worth noting though that we have no way to like get keys in pod when we don't have any entering. So in no hammer means we actually really do only have access to 3 checks in the front. If we had the hammer, we could do more because we could get out of that bowlock side into the back. Or at least into the, not the back, because you need another key for that, but at least the other part of the front. Green Pendant Misery Mire. We also got Red Crystal Desert and Red Crystal Pod from our NPC checks. And an Ice Rod in the back of Sahasrah's closet.
It's my experience that the game is only generous with the Ice Rod when you don't need it.
Did Kaide remember to check the hobo on the way up? Because I see Sniper doing it now.
I don't remember.
And I think chat is saying he didn't remember. And it's a big key of desert. That's important. Come back for that, Kaide. You need that. Kaide could do it on the way to Catfish. He hasn't been there yet. So it's not the end of the world for him, but this was the time to do it. I don't think there was really a better time to do hobo check.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier, my big misconception about this game as a kid, I thought Trinex could only be damaged with fire and ice rod shots, and so I went in with a fully loaded set of potions.
To be fair,
like, semi-automatic fired the rods.
The Hostel just straight up tells you to come in with lots of potions. It's pretty heavily implied that you're supposed to use a lot of rods and Trinex.
Yeah, that was always my, like, okay, Trinex can only be damaged by fire and ice rods, so I need potions.
The Sniper found a Myers Small Key on Pyramid Ledge and is now checking the castle. So both of them have already been to Uncle. But there's more castle around. The Aga Tower we can safely ignore. We have neutralized it by putting its own keys inside. Red Mail for Kaide and Pod, probably not worth the trip. We got a little bit of information about Turtle Rock as well. It could give us our remaining pendants. There's only 1 pendant known. 2 pendants known, because Skullwoods is a pendant.
Yeah, Lana B in chat's pointing out how thorough Radical Sniper's routing has been. Like, Radical Sniper is one of the best in the business.
Yeah, one way that's going to pay off is Sniper is going to get a slight speed boost from having the lamp going into Castle, and also Kaide is in Eastern without a lamp, so likely be slowed down in those dark rooms. There's not a lot going on with regards to progression, though. I think the bow is the last thing we found in the Desert Big Key, which doesn't do anything until we can get into Desert.
Yeah, we're a flute or a book away from that.
Yeah, I kept saying food's gonna be our next thing, but we're still not finding anything. We could go up the mountain for 2 checks. I think people usually want at least the boots or the flute before doing that. It's so slow climbing the mountain for one thing. Oh, I guess. Oh no, we have more. We have Hera.
Yeah, we have Hera.
Forgive me if I forget how mountain works. Yeah, you use the mirror to get up there, just like vanilla. You cannot get past Hera though. You need the hammer. And Hera itself is locked mostly, so we only get 2 checks when we go inside. So that is what, 3 checks: Hera, Spectacle Rock, and Spectacle Rock Interior, and the Old Man. It's actually not bad now that I say it out loud.
Yeah, but it looks like Radical Sniper's heading towards Pod, and he has 1 key, so he'll be able to make. Depending on where he puts that key, he can definitely make a few extra checks.
Yeah, 1 key for Pod is pretty important. It will get you 2 more checks, and then an extra key will get you to the back if you spend them correctly. But you're supposed to have 3 to get to the back, or 4, depending.
Yeah, Pod key logic is still something I'm trying to wrap my head around.
I had to learn an entire new set of Pod key logic, and I've forgotten the original one. So
I know that feeling. I know with the actual intended route through Ice Palace has been lost to time for me.
So Pod, it's weird because it is. I think that chest is in logic. The ones that Sniper unlocks, the 2, the Stalfos basement and the arena ledge. No, the arena bridge. But I missed where he got the key. Oh, good. Kaide's getting the desert big.
Radical Sniper got the Pod Small from Zelda Cell.
Ah, nice. And the Hyrule Castle small put that in logic. So I'm guessing Kaide they're just retracing steps. Kaide's gonna go to Zelda Cell, find the Pod Small, and be a little annoyed, most likely. And then we'll have the opportunity to go up to Catfish, which Sniper has already done. So I suppose if you were gonna walk out of Pod, then checking Hobo on the way out is fine. Just bombs. And 1 more check. No, just a rupee. So, where's the progression? There's a few places, but the mountain definitely calling now. We did get a mushroom from somewhere. I wish I could say where.
I cannot tell you.
Kaide doesn't know mountains in logic, so he might not go as soon as Sniper does. Because he would still need to pick up that lamp to put it in logic. Mushroom was in Eastern, okay. If you really want to lean on your Eastern dip, you turn in your mushroom. But that's far away, so you might not do it. I think Kaide can do it from the Catfish route. If Sniper were to go into Eastern now and get the mushroom, it would be a bit of a hard sell to go up there just to turn it in. But the mirror really is coming in handy for the routing in this seed. There's a lot of weird little fetch quests and things like the smith that we can do a lot more efficiently with the mirror than we could without.
Where is that progression?
Yeah, and where will Sniper go next? Because this is the end of his route.
I'm with you. I think Mountain feels like the next logical step with a number of checks.
I don't want to think about Back of Skull Woods, but there is one chest in the Back of Skull Woods that does not require any small keys, and that could be a progression as well.
I imagine that's pretty low on both players' checklists.
I think given the placement of the fire rod, you can expect most players to put that off for as long as possible. So if you put it off and are punished for it, you don't have to feel as bad as you normally would because it wasn't really your decision. It was just the way things were laid out. Kaide slashed twice after getting that pod key. I think he's a little annoyed he couldn't do those checks. I don't think he's gonna walk back to pod necessarily, but you have to imagine that your opponent may have gotten that first and gotten a couple more things out of pod. And I am very much proven wrong. He's going right back in. I don't know if I agree with this when you have catfish and mushroom to turn in. It's the same number of checks, but one of them leans on a play that you made and one of them leans on a play that you didn't make. Okay, save and quit for Sniper. To the house. That is not the mountain. That is, I want to say a mushroom turn-in.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
I think that's the only thing you can do from the house at this point. Hagina's cave, I doubt, has been checked. But
no, I don't think the players have been in the area.
You don't do that when you're so close to probably getting flute access to desert.
I think Kaide is about to be pretty disappointed here.
Yeah, bombs and rupees. That's it. There's one of the bombs on the floor. Hey, mushroom's a big key. Of Meyer. No, he's...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was entering Kinesen in chat. There is actually a community race. In the race room on top of these two, there are, 1 second, 13 other players. We got 15 total people racing this exact seed.
Big Gaming puts on a daily race, Monday through Friday, plus a weekend race that gets a restream most of the time, showcasing different modes. In this case, we are showcasing a mode for the upcoming randomizer tournament. This is the main tournament that we put together for the community as a whole, showcasing 5 modes that will be in that tournament. So this one is Keysanity. But it's a very special tournament version of Keysanity where we have placed the Ganon's Tower Big Key back in Ganon's Tower, just like in normal randomizer. And the Aga Tower keys are in their own homes as well, so we don't have to go in there unless it's an Aga seed.
Which is always welcome, because those Castle Tower keys can just completely warp how game ends up.
The Meyer Big Key is an interesting find because Meyer's a pendant. But we also have 2 Meyer small keys. And the mitts. We are missing a couple ingredients though. We can't actually get into Meyer without the flute or some kind of barrier or like gap crossing technology. We have to either bonk or hookshot to actually get into Meyer.
Oh, I thought you were making reference to like bootsing into Meyer through glitch mode.
No, I mean like you need the boots to get into Meyer if you don't have hookshot because there's a gap there. Although it is really easy for glitch players to forget that's a requirement because you always have boots. I had to think very hard about that. Because I was thinking, yeah, we're just a flute away from Meyer. Oh, Ice Palace. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Ice Palace is in logic. We don't have a hammer, so we can't complete it. But we do have the big key, and that does point us towards at least the big chest and maybe more of the dungeon. I think I would maybe want more small keys and or the cane doing this, but if you're feeling behind because of a play you made earlier, you might take a gamble. So Sniper got not much. Another pod key? Is that what that was? Yeah. I don't think 2 pod keys does anything logically that 1 doesn't do. So he doesn't have to worry about that until he gets more.
Alright, Sniper, where are you heading next?
Back to the Dark World? Maybe Skullwood's back?
Yeah, there's 2 checks back there.
There's nothing in Kakariko Village we can do. We've already turned in the bottle. I wonder if Kaede will Ice Palace bomb jump. Probably not. Yeah, it's questionable when you don't have access to the boss to actually do that. Ooh. Okay, that's less punishing when you did an IPBJ. I guess, I mean, there's not much left to do. This is Radical Sniper going for a pretty awful check, and Kaede going for a pretty awful check. And Agina's Cave is available as well, but there isn't much left. Feel free to correct me if I've forgotten something, but I think that's it.
I want to imagine it's Agina. That late game Sphere 0 check.
Yeah, sometimes when you're faced with a bunch of decisions, cleaning up your Sphere 1 is a good idea. But sometimes you also want to lean on what you think other people won't do. Like a lot of other people won't go into ice, other people won't go to back of skull because where the fire rod was.
Yeah, I would imagine Back of Skull will be a play 99%
The flute.
players make after the fact.
The flute was in the big chest. What did I say? Flute's going to be our next progression. So Ice Palace was the play, unless there's something else here. I don't think Sniper is going to find anything in the back of skull.
Yeah, that's a good pickup for Kaede.
It's very likely that that is also a required double dip of ice. I mean, what are the odds the hammer is just sitting in Agina's cave or on Moth? So you have to be feeling pretty good about that. Especially when you have left behind things like catfish. Both of them.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, both of them have found boomerangs in their respective dungeons. So, Kaede has a lot to do now in the Desert Mire area. Gina's Cave, of course, opened up now as an actual good check and not just something awful you don't want to think about. But also, we have the Desert Big Key and the Desert Small Key. I think you go there first. There's going to be 1 boots locked item, but at least you can see what it is.
Yeah, and as far as Kaede is concerned, he has logical access to Mountain now.
And one thing I didn't think about, both of them were following the fire rod in different directions. So both of those were graveyard ledge required checks.
Yeah, looks like... Yep, he's heading towards Ice Palace.
I think, yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, you have this Ergina, it's last location. The seed sucks.
Yeah, this has been kind of a weird, like, dry seed.
You do. You know what you're getting into a little bit when you play Keysanity. Double dips are often required. So these plays like going into Ice Palace without the hammer are a little. Going into Eastern without the big key is pretty common, although it feels worse somehow when you have the bow, because you're just so close to being able to do it. I didn't realize that Kaide hadn't picked up the purple chest before. But he is in a really good position now, having the flute to turn it in. Saves a little bit of time. And it didn't have anything good on it. So not punished for putting it off.
Also, that wanton animal abuse on Kaide's way to desert.
They're enemies.
The cuckoos?
Oh, no, you're right. They're only enemies if you hit them.
Yeah, with that said, nothing is scarier than Chicken Hut in Randomizer.
Oh, here's a little difference in approach. Sniper is IPBJing, which is optimistic because it means he expects to find something here. And oh my god, it was in Agina's cave. You could do Agina's cave and not double dip ice. Yeah, that's the hammer. Oh no.
Yeah, like I said, sphere 1 progression.
That's just dirty because you get progression there, and you're like, oh, I made such a good play, and you come back to follow that progression to Agina's cave, the thing that it makes speedier, and you find the hammer, and it's like a big old slap in the face.
So who's the least popular NPC in this game? Is it Zora or is it Agina?
I mean, I think if you ask the latter players, it's Lazy Kid, right?
That is true.
That said, it's definitely Zora.
Ooh, that swamp's mall.
Oh, very important. But also very unappealing. We don't actually want to go in there yet without the hook shot.
Yeah, although with the way the seed's been playing out, who knows?
So yeah, this treasure trove of desert area. Hopefully going to open up the rest of the seed. If not, at least the hammer will bring up some mountain checks we can do. Thieves Town small. Yeah.
After I just had on the hammer.
What were we saying about those ladder seeds earlier? Nobody's gonna go back for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be the last location.
God, they're right next to each other too. Oh. Do you ever feel like sometimes a seed just has a personality? Like most seeds are randomizer, you know, it's randomly generated, but sometimes they have a personality and you question what goes into that code.
Well, if you remember now, I think this goes back, I think it was SGL you and I commentated together on.
We did.
We had the power to curse seeds.
Well, all seeds are cursed. That's the truth of it. Also, nice stun prize knowledge from Kaide, getting full magic right before land mode.
Yeah, that is a good pickup.
So if you're an early Agina router, you just go to ice, and you have a huge advantage over people who don't do that. Because all that Eastern pod stuff was a huge loss of time for both players. And in a big group race like this, you're going to expect at least some people to finish. Wow, look at that double hit in the last 2 Lambos.
Double kill.
I think he even fired 2, expecting, oh, I need 2 to kill 2. But nope, the first one killed it just fine. Alright, Swamp Small in the arrows for Sniper. About to get his extremely rude awakening very soon.
So I'm gonna guess. We don't know if Turtle Rock is a crystal yet. If Turtle Rock is a crystal, I'm guessing the medallion, the Turtle Rock medallion, is gonna be in Thieves Big.
Oh no. No, I'm having ladder flashbacks.
Because I'm a terrible person.
That happened in ladder and it was the pendant TR and I think Mirror was there on Trinex. It was so bad. Okay. We don't have to worry about TR until Kane, at least. And we don't have to worry about Meyer until... Oh, no. Until Boots or Hookshot. So Silver Arrows are here. We're not getting them because we don't have the Boots. Is it worth it?
I don't. Not if
Probably
you're on
not,
the.
right? No way.
Not
I
if you're
mean,
on these two's level.
it's not even about being on the level. Is it save enough time on Ganon? Probably not on Tempered Sword. Maybe on Master Sword. Maybe if you are diving Pendant Meyer, you might dip in here and get them.
Yeah,
You do
that'd
it.
be the only.
You do it because of Vidi. You wouldn't do it because of Ganon. Oh, they're just. They're just here. Okay.
Malmo's favorite
Oh,
item.
what was I saying about seeds having personality? Oh, I love it.
It's Malmo's favorite item.
The boots, yeah, yeah. We all like boots, right? Everyone likes boots. It's not just a glitch mode thing. You get to go to Pendant Meyer now. You should be excited. We have the big key and two small keys. The seed is screaming Pendant Meyer. Who's gonna go to Pendant Meyer?
So I imagine you see those silvers, you kind of grumble to yourself.
Kane's
God,
here too. We're going to Pendant Meyer, boys.
God, this desert area has just been loaded. And a pod small.
That's the magical third pod small too. We can actually do pod as soon as we get a big key.
Yeah, I imagine like if you're playing the like if you're any of the 15 players running the seed, you're like you see the silvers, you kind of grumble to yourself. You touch something, you know what? I'd rather have them, but I can deal with it. And then you get the boots. You're like, okay.
So this is an interesting play for Kaede because he's taking what he found right back into ice. But we don't know that ice is a crystal. So it's still a little bit of a gamble, even if it makes sense. It can still not be as good. But it's at the same time, this is as fast as ice is going to get if you're going to do it. We have Icebreaker, we have all the keys.
Yeah, it's just a matter of beelining Cold Stare now, too.
Cold Stare, and then of course with Icebreaker brings you past all those hammerlock checks we couldn't get before. I don't think Kaede would be doing this without the cane. Yeah, I guess you don't need to hit the switch if you have all the keys. It's not faster. Oh, wow. Look at that. Map of this dungeon. It's a crystal.
Nice.
Alright, what do you do? If you do that and it's a pendant, you just keep going, right?
Yeah, I guess commit.
You didn't used to be able to do that either. If you found the map in there, the only way to check it would be to fight the boss or mirror out and go outside and press X. But they added this accessibility feature where if you're playing in normal mode and you can like use the music to tell what it is, people who can't hear the music can also look at that thing at the top of the screen. It's a little bit of a controversial feature to add it to Keysanity where the music cue does not exist, but it seems to have been popular enough to stay, so you don't get punished by exactly this situation. Alright, Kaede is showing the power of small keys here. You have the cane, you have all the small keys. You can avoid hitting the switch and just go straight down the staircase here. Save a little time. And you don't need to do the whole Ice Palace puzzle because you have the cane. Radical Sniper, Pendant Meyer, what I imagine to be a full clear dungeon because we can. It's also a green pendant, so if you're going to go back to Pod, you can turn that in on the way. Oh yeah, I have to imagine you do a Gina after. Oh, that's a really nice 6/ Cold Stare for Kaide.
A half magic.
Half magic and a crystal. Good reward.
You can definitely do a lot worse.
After all this hard item pool qualifier stuff, I bet they're happy to see half magic in the pool again. It makes everything so much nicer.
Yeah, especially with one potion too. So Trinex becomes a bit of a tense fight.
It gets a faster old man rescue too, coming with the flute and the boots. Being able to dash in and walk out with ease. Crystal Hera. We didn't know that before. Another pod small. Yeah, it's looking like maybe there's something in pod, but at the same time, you want to wait for that big key. Especially when Sniper's about to get the hammer. It's so close.
It's right under his nose. See, Hera's still not clearable. It's no hookshot and no big key.
No, just these two checks in the front. For a pod key. Have we found anything in Mire yet, besides the pod key?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah,
Big
that's
Eastern.
maybe required. It's actually... We still don't know what the last pendant is, so maybe that's a big old bait, but... It is something. We have a kind of a 1 and 3 thing going on here with Eastern, TR, and Swamp as our potential pendant. And TR is Quake. No, Bombos. The other one. Swirly Coin.
So yeah, my original theory might still be right.
Yeah, it could be in the Thieves Town Big Chest, certainly. Or it could just be right here. Skull Small. We already know that doesn't lead to anything. Besides, maybe Polling Ped.
Oh, is Kaide saying for hover?
Oh, yeah. This is a... Oh, no. Kaide has not been able to kill the Bari. I think this is a I'll try the hover once kind of thing. It's easy to burn a whole bunch of time in here if you're not confident with your hovers. Then with Kaide having that enemy facing him down, it wasn't looking good. Also, that might be the hookshot in there. So, like, if you're gonna put in that much time hovering, you may want to check that first. It's not, but, you know, sometimes it is. A nice little clean dash out, too. That's harder than it looks. We get to route in East Death Mountain. Did we see the top of Hylia Island? Or Floating Island?
I'm sure we did. Kaide checked TR, but I didn't check what it was.
Oh, that would be in... Okay, it's a rupee. Because it would be in the light world. Oh, right, because that's how we get to TR in this mode, of course. Right. You don't just materialize in the dark world. Well, Sniper is really hoping that Eastern is a crystal because we didn't get a whole lot else out of Maya. I think if you're a sniper, you go to Eastern, you turn in that green pendant right now. Maybe you save a portal for pod, maybe you don't. I think the hammer might sway your opinion slightly on that.
Okay.
Do we see the TR map check? Was that pendant TR? Yeah, pendant TR. So we don't have to worry about bombos. As we find a TR small key in Paradox Cave. And another one. Oh no. Oh, please don't tell me. Okay, it's ice.
Okay, I was waiting for that hat trick.
I thought we had all the Ice Palace keys, but I guess not. Okay, so Sniper has the hammer and has a decision to make. You need Hookshot for go mode and some keys. So in this case, that's the big key for Kaide, which is in Meyer, big key of Eastern. For Sniper, that is actually just the Hookshot. Yeah. Oh gosh, Hookshot's here in Bonk Rocks.
Yeah, and Radical's we in that here in just a few seconds.
We need the pod big key. That's right. So we're not quite in go mode yet. Nice steps retracing we've got here. We don't want to find Bombos now. We want to pretend TR doesn't exist for the rest of the seed. Gosh, imagine going all the way through Meyer, finding exactly one thing and not knowing if it's important until you step outside and press X. Okay, so I think Sniper now is thinking, I'm going to save Eastern for later. Because if you can do it with pod, that's best, and we don't have the pod big key yet. It's the only thing we need for go mode.
I think Kaide has a swamp small that Radical does not.
I see Radical has the swamp small. Where was it? I thought it was in the desert area.
I thought it was, Maybe they both have it.
Well, we'll see. Kaide's about to go into swamp. We're gonna find out very soon. I thought they both had it too. GT Big Key is in the tower. This is a special feature of Tournament Keysanity, trying to reduce one of the most variation-prone key hunts in the game. To make the game a little bit less about luck in the end game. That said, there's still a little bit of luck in Ganon's Tower routing, but it's not the same as searching the entire world.
Yeah, then it becomes just the standard Ganon's Tower run.
So Kaide is doing all of Swamp, and that makes sense. Sniper probably will be doing this too. It's a very ripe dungeon, especially when you can just do the back and then maybe not come back in until later. Like, you don't have to commit to left side swamp, but you probably will. Who knows, though, when Kaide is going to go back to Pendant Mire, that is what he needs to do to get the Eastern Big Key. Sniper is also recognizing that he has enough keys to just do the dungeon normally with the cane, not have to do the weird switch hitting thing you do. Oh, Sniper is going for Fire Rod beam dupes, using the sword beams to count as Fire Rod shots. Which is interesting, because he didn't need it. Because he just totally pulverized Cold Stare with just the sword afterward, but sure as heck looked cool. and would have saved a few frames on the refill had we not gotten a refill from Cold Stare itself. We know that TR is a pendant. Kaide doesn't. Kaide is not... I don't think Kaide has found the TR map. I want to say that was in Meyer.
That sounds right.
So our tracker is doing that crazy competent tracker thing of tracking the runner's individual knowledge, which is honestly very impressive. Shoutouts to Lady Laura Linda, by the way, doing an excellent job. Tracking Keysanity is no joke, especially when the runners are running all over different dungeons at the same time.
Yeah, trackers are, like we always say, trackers are the unsung heroes of any race. Keeps us honest as commentators, reminds us of who has what, and also gives that information to you, all you, the viewers.
Yeah, half of being a commentator is just looking at the tracker and looking at chat. You don't notice things in the game. Saves your butt a lot. Small Kid Hera on Left Side Swamp is interesting. It's a fetch quest, essentially.
But yeah, going back to East, like as commentators, we can't be bothered to do things such as know where things are.
It's just hard to keep track of those things while talking.
Yeah. I'm having some fun, but
I've
yeah,
got to give you some credit too. You look away for 2 seconds and someone finds 3 big keys. Alright, time to leave behind another last location, the Swamp Palace Big Chest. Goodbye forever. Oh, Bombos is in back of Swamp.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's TR. We can pull Ped. We don't have enough keys to actually do that. We need the big key of TR first of all, and then 4 keys to actually put Trinex in logic. But it's close. It's a lot of checks still. You don't need the big key to enter TR. You can still go pretty deep and get to Mimic Cave and stuff. So when you're up there in the mountain, you have the opportunity to do that and to do the Hera basement. Another popular check for runners who like to go fast and beat their opponents. Oh, the Turtle Rock Big Key is here. Did Kaide do a back check where you like... The Kaide just has it. Okay. That's pretty disgusting. That's everything except Trinex and Logic and TR. Trinex and the lava chest, I suppose. I imagine that if they do go in there, they will be skipping the lava chest. Okay, I was holding my breath. I
was waiting for it too.
I thought we had the Ice Palace keys. I guess not. I think there was a 2 on the Ice Palace tracker and... Yeah, I was waiting for the TR key though. Let's be quite honest. We all expected it.
Give us what we want, game.
He's going up the mountain. This is better for Kaide given that he has Hookshot and could do Hookshot Cave. But it's also dangerous in the sense that there's a lot of real time sinking stuff he can do. Like all of TR minus a check and the Hera basement. Oh, and we can also kill Moldorm now. That's cool. Killing Moldorm is good.
Yeah, killing Moldorm, even if you don't have to, killing Moldorm is good for humanity. Because Moldorm shouldn't be allowed to live.
Heidi's been here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did he go here with the hookshot or before?
No hookshot. He bonked over to that hookshot cave chest.
Oh, he was the one who attempted the hover, not Sniper. Sniper hasn't been up the mountain at all, right? No, only the light mountain up to Hera. Is that correct?
That is correct, yeah.
I just had the runners mixed up. Yeah, we saw Kaede do this little college try hover here. Now he can come back for the chest in Logic. And open TR. Hey! No! Please! It's a Swamp Big Key. We don't want that. Maybe that Misery Mire Big Key will give him a nice little hint, though, to go to Eastern Big Key location. Sniper, interestingly, is going straight to Eastern, not trying to route in pod interior. I think when you have the flute, you don't bother with that.
Yeah.
What are the odds that the pod Big Key is here? They're not 0, but I don't think they're worth going through the trouble of setting up a portal.
Yeah, weirder things have happened. I feel like this is probably a make or break play Kaide's making here.
Yeah, it's not. If Kaede wants the pod Big Key, but unfortunately, what that's going to do is lead him away from the Eastern Big Key for even longer. Because now he's going to full clear pod looking for it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if TR turned out to be a bust, this could be pretty bad.
On the other hand, we can also just expect maybe Sniper goes there too. What's left for Sniper? Not a lot.
That's true.
I think Sniper will go here too, because he hasn't touched East Death Mountain. There's a lot here, and once he's done East Death Mountain and found nothing, I'm sure he'll go into TR. You wouldn't leave there just to check pod or something else that's equally bad. Or one of those big chests you don't want to think about.
I like the little touch by Rackle. Doing the sword swings in time with the music for the boss.
Ah. I have them muted. Well, but I know what the music is, because we don't use MSU on speed gaming. I was almost expecting Hollow Knight music, to be honest.
Oh, the Hollow Knight MSU, I love the
Pretty good.
The Gans Tower being the Troop Master Grimm theme, love it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty epic. Big Key of Hera. Well, it's a check we can do. Interesting though, Kaede is saying no to Trinex by doing this check. Because we only have 3 keys and cannot reach Trinex anymore.
But we do know that Trinex is a pendant now, so...
We do. Trinex is also harder to get back to than this one. So it's a bit of a gamble. You are really hoping Trinex is not your progression, and Pedestal is not your progression.
Yeah, that Troop Master Grimm theme is like one of my favorite boss themes in all video games.
Sniper is doing Hera first, which makes sense, but at the same time, if big chest of Hera is the pod Big Key, Sniper's in trouble. Lots of people are in trouble, because most people will not go for that lava chest in Keysanity when you only have 3 keys.
Very nice and clean Moldorm fight.
Any Moldorm fight that doesn't end in a fall is a good Moldorm fight. Any fight where you're on the top floor at the end is a good fight. Okay, well, we still got Laser Bridge. Oh, wait a minute. We have all the keys. Oh, we have 4 TR keys.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, we're fine. We can do the whole dungeon. Unless there's something I've forgotten about the way TR works, but I'm pretty sure if you spend the lava key, you need 4. I wonder where it was. There was 1 in Swamp, and 2 in Paradox Cave. Oh, a mirror shield. In the place where you would use it.
How rare is it that Rando actually does that?
Well, it used to be less common when the pod key. When you used to like require an invince item or the mirror shield to do this. Okay, well, TR is 2 big keys we don't want, and not the ones we do. How many items are in the item pool in Keysanity? I mean, it's still 216 checks. I don't know really how we would measure, like, what counts as the item pool.
Trinex is playing with K-Day a little bit. K-Day.
Yeah. But Kaide has half magic and red mail, so he can take the abuse.
Alright, so I imagine K-Day takes that Hera big right over to where it goes.
Oh, going for that stuck hook shot. If you get your hook shot out at the right time, you can actually get the hook shot stuck, which is funny, and it's also useful and no logic, but not in this room. We wouldn't allow it if it was.
What does it do?
Oh, you can like store a hook shot use. It's really cool. But yeah, it's just cosmetic if you do it in a boss room like this.
Alright, so we're about to see a check. This could be, depending on what's here on this big chest, this could be huge.
And did Sniper do Hera basement when he was here?
He did not.
Okay, he'll probably do it on the way to Spike Cave after TR. Because it's a bad check and it's on the way back. So you want to put it off as long as possible when you're 1 item from go mode. Also, he's about to find 2 TR smalls, and it's going to make him want to go to TR.
Okay, Golden Sword's nice, but doesn't solve the problem at hand.
No, certainly not worth it. It's not going to speed up Kaide enough for it to matter that he went to TR first. Ooh, nice catch on that bumper skip.
Yeah, very nice awareness.
It's really easy to just hope for the best and let yourself fall when it happens. To have the reflexes to correct a failed bumper skip is, I want to say, more impressive than actually getting bumper skip.
Some person know in chat, Pod Big Key and Pod at this point doesn't seem too far-fetched. Looks like Kaide's going for that, Hera basement. Alright, well, Kaide is in the coffee break room. He's gonna... Fortune does not get the benefit of getting to take a coffee break. Alright, we'll see what's in here, because anything that could... that pod big, I mean, that's all we're looking for at this point. If that is here in Hera, that is going to be huge for Kaide versus Radical Sniper. Nope, it's just a map, so... Radical will probably save some time ignoring those checks versus Kaide doing them.
I think the best thing for Kaide is actually for the pod Big Key to be somewhere terrible, like Thieves Town Big Chest. Because that's going to bail him out from not finding Eastern Big Key faster. If it's just here on the critical path, like if it's in Spike Cave, Sniper's going to be in go mode now.
Yeah. Yeah, either Swamp Big or Thieves Big. Alright, so where to next? I imagine Mizumire would be Kaide's next stop.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about this difference, but Kaide has not done Pendant Skull. So, if Kaide wants to pull Ped, he has to do Mire and then Skull, and then we'll be able to do Ped, which I imagine is what he's doing. I think that means that after Mire, if he doesn't just go straight to Eastern, he'll do Eastern, but will he also do Pod is the big question, because it's a pretty good chance it's just there. But if he doesn't do Pod, he's probably going to do Skull and lose a little bit of time. Unless it's Ped, then it's not really time loss.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, Pod Big Key and Pod does not sound too far-fetched.
It's the most dense location left to us.
Honestly, at this point, I'd probably bet on it. Not really, I'm not a betting person.
It's randomizer. It's randomizer working as intended. We don't know where it is until they find it. I don't think there's anything logically that says it can't be anywhere that's left. We have 5 pod keys. That's maybe the one thing that sways us away from pod, but even then, there's only a few things in there that are actually 6 key locked. And one of them is the big chest, and we don't care about the big chest.
Yeah, that's like the one check we don't care about. I would honestly bet on Pod before I bet on Ped. Although Ped would be the spicy play.
That is so pedestrian. It even has the name in it. It's all about those big chests. Those Keysanity big chests nobody wants to go back to. Swamp and Thieves Town.
Let's pour one out for our forgotten chests. I'm trying to think of the number of times I've been in Laser Bridge with the Mirror Shield in my time playing this game.
How many times do you remember to actually use it? Probably less than that.
I always forget to use it the way Radical Sniper is using it on the way back, but on the way in, I always use it.
It's slower to do it that way. Like if all you have to do is tap up a little bit and then you're safe. So if you're able to tap up without your controller D-pad just yeeting you into a pit, then that's the way to go.
Alright, Kaide is not happy about that big key.
No, you know, it's Pendant Dungeons. And it was the wrong Pendant Dungeon. He's thinking, oh, it's just gonna be an Eastern. Everyone's gonna find that.
Nice save on that, try next fast kill.
Oh, we have the last pod big key. Okay. Everything's logic. Nothing matters. Roll the dice. Where are we going next? Are we pulling pet or are we pulling pod?
Pod check, everyone get hyped.
Did Sniper just forgo Spike Cave? Yeah, no, he's going straight. He's going straight for the money. Like this is just I have 3 pendants and pet is my name on it.
Radical Sniper knows what we're here for.
He knows he's on Restream. He likes to please the crowd. Meanwhile, the Swamp Big Chest is just laughing all the way home.
Let me run the book now. I was gonna say do a blind.
So Kaide is going to pod. This could be big. This is a play of, I have done most things in the game. If it's not in Eastern, it's probably in pod. And it's not Ped, so yikes. Time to go to other places.
Bravo, Sniper. Thank you for giving us what we want.
This could be a close race if Sniper also goes to pod. Because Kaide is closer to pod, but hasn't done Eastern yet. So assuming it's here, then they are close, but I think Radical Sniper has the advantage just from Eastern being a little bit slower to do than the walk to pod that Kaide is ahead by.
Meanwhile, we're just all waiting for it to be on Thieves Big.
Thieves Big, Swamp Big. Is there anything else? Is that it?
That's all I can think of off the top of my head. What if Pod Big Key is vanilla back there at the beginning?
Yeah, we could have just walked right past it. I like that bombing the big chest as if you're going to open it. What could possibly be there that you want?
Kana Birna.
Oh my gosh, has anybody checked Lumberjack?
Yes, it wasn't anything.
Okay, yeah, they both did. And they were getting that bush crab, bombs and rupees. That was, yeah, there was some Lumberjack check going on there. I can't remember if checking Lumberjack in non-boot start is in style these days. It really goes in and out like fashion from year to year.
Alright, here we go.
I think Kaide is probably happy that the Pod Big Key wasn't sitting in Eastern. Because now it's not such a big deal that he didn't get the Eastern Big Key earlier. And if it's in Pod, he actually gains something by doing this over people who did TR and Meyer and not Pod.
Alright, last chance.
That said, it's kind of looking like it's not here either. There's just very little left.
Okay, we're looking at a potential.
Oh god, we're dropping here at the same time. If it's here, this is a really close race. Please be here. I want to see a close race. Oh,
no.
Disappointing. Now Kaide has to do the rest of pod, and Sniper's gonna get ahead again in Swamp and Thieves Town, whichever it is. It could swing back around if it's one or the other, and one of them goes one and one of them goes the other. We're going Thieves Town first.
Yeah, I think if you just want to like be a pessimist,
They're both bad. I mean, there's 2 chests left, right? It's Thieves Town or Swamp. They're both equally slow. I don't even know which one's faster.
I want to say Swamp. Swamp's not terrible to get back to.
Swamp, you have to do the whole flooding sequence, though. It's a lot of mirror transitions. I think
That's
Thieves
true.
Town is probably faster.
Yeah, I forgot about the whole act of getting into the swamp.
Oh, hammer pegs! What? We never did hammer pegs, because we got the hammer late. You can do this really early if you just do a Gina. Wow.
This be sphere 2. So again, early sphere, we'll see.
Okay, well this definitely weighs Thieves Town higher, because you're here doing hammer pegs. Oh, look at that.
The Arrow of Destiny.
Yep. Maybe you can pick the lock with it.
I think I was in a D&D campaign where someone tried that tactic once. It didn't work somehow.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen how big arrows are? That'd have to be a pretty big lock. To be fair, it's the big key. The lock's probably big too.
That makes sense. I've seen no reason to dispute that. The player's second option after attempting to pick the lock with the arrow was to set fire to the door, which had unforeseen consequences.
I think that's also banned in this rule set.
Yeah, why can't I just use the fire rod on any locked door? I want answers.
What did Sniper do? Sniper just mirrored by accident.
Yeah, I think maybe
trying to cape dash and had the wrong item out. Yikes. This is potential catch-up time for Kaide. He's going to have to do hammer pigs first and then do this. So it's still... Sniper is still squarely in the lead. Okay, we have the cape out. We got God Pixel too. Didn't need it. But it's rando, you might as well have it out. Just need to hit the switch so we can get around to the big chest.
So at this point, I think it's going to come down to GT routing.
It's going to come down to GT routing with being very heavily in Sniper's favor. Oh, and also Kaide hasn't done Back of Skull. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
This is very much in Radical Sniper's favor. And I can see why you would do this, because you can pull Ped. This is 2 checks. It's the book.
Oh, please let me on a tablet now.
Oh. We can at least do... what do you do? Do you do tablet and swamp together?
Yeah, I think that'd be my next move.
You weigh swamp higher than ether tablet, right?
Yeah.
Because you're in the area, and part of the slowness of getting to swamp is having to go to the Dark World and setting up the mirror portal. Plus, he's already in the Dark World. This is a very good day for the Thieves Town Big Chest. It's really done its part today in creating some lengthy seeds.
Thieves Town Big Chest has gotten this.
Hey, I think that's the only big key it could be. Good, it's just here. We don't have to worry about Swamp Big Chest. Kaide is gonna most certainly do that next. But it's gonna take some time, because Skullwoods is gonna take time, pulling Ped's gonna take time.
And the Thieves Town Big Chest is like, I'm just happy to be noticed.
Yeah, unlike hammer pigs. Didn't even think about hammer pigs. They did, I didn't. Nice moth bite.
Yeah,
like
unfortunately.
Using the... Yeah, I mean, we don't really want them to be here, but he's going to, because it actually makes more sense for him to be here than to be in Thieves Town, given the information he has. Sniper wants beams. Oh, that's a very clever use of the fairy. He gets the beams here so he can beam the switch.
Okay. Oh, no.
It saves him time. He doesn't have to collect the hearts in these pots. And it's not like he's in danger. Like, he has all the items in the game. He's fine. Except Cane of Burna, apparently. That's in GT, or here. Or Swamp Big Chest. Or Ether Tablet.
I have to go back to check that Swamp Big Chest with the King of Beer.
It's probably in GT.
I always thought it was weird. King of Birna, of all the representation for Link to the Past they could have put when Link was a guest fighter in Soul Calibur 2, King of Birna is the only representation of Link to the Past in that game.
That's a weird item to choose. It's a weird weapon. Clearly they should have picked the King of Samaria.
Yeah, it helps you. It helps you block incoming attacks.
Yeah, haha, let's go. Ooh, God Pixel for Kaide.
It's a good day for God Pixels.
Yes. And a bad day for using the correct item. Well, at least we got the small key going back here. Saw somebody today go back here for the big chest and not take the small key with them that was in the pot. Just ponked on the door. It was so good. And it was the seed where it was required. Like, he had to go back. Alright, the disappointment for Kaide. And... Gain of Burn!
Yes!
Hey, complete inventory. We have everything.
Alright.
I think we have every key. Like, we're not missing anything.
Well, now we've got 7 crystals, so what time is it?
It's time to play the very rare Keysanity Big Key guessing game, because this is tournament Keysanity, and we put the Big Key in Ganon's Tower to allow us to continue playing the Big Key guessing game. Put your numbers in chat, and we will see. Where's Kaide? Is Kaide not done Catfish yet?
Oh.
Or is this a potion play? Oh, this is Catfish. Oh, we haven't done Catfish. Okay. Yeah, he chose to go back to Pod after Pyramid, which made Catfish very much an orphan. Especially because he had already done Zora. I see those 22s in chat.
I see those 22s in chat. I respect it. I love it. I condone it.
I saw a 22 today in one of the seeds that had Hera big chest. It was not good.
Au contraire. It's always good when you're not racing it. Okay, so Kaide is hopefully gonna check Bombo's tablet first. Yeah, he is. Yeah, when I'm commentating or watching, I'm a fan of Chaos, so I always vote for 22.
I like to see a close race at the end. I'm a little sad that Kaide did not beeline the Big Key of Thieves Town, but also Kaide made the decision that made sense for his knowledge, so can't have it both ways. There it is. Very angry.
Yeah, making his thoughts known. Oh good, now we know about who the boss of Skullwoods is. Feels weird seeing this in a Keysanity game.
Yeah, it does. We'll get used to it, though. This is going to be one of the 5 tournament modes for the upcoming Link to the Past Randomizer main tournament.
Yeah, so for people who are going to be tuning in to the main tournament over the coming weeks/months, Upon about 5 minutes before the game begins, a mode is rolled at random. It is all with special tournament presets to spice things up a bit. We've got Keysanity, which we're playing now, with Gan's Tower in its dungeon and Castle Tower Keys in their dungeon. We've got Inverted Keysanity with activated flutes, so players will start with the flutes. We've got Ambrosia, which has... You start with a sword, Uncle lets you know, gives you a hint to where the boots are. Dungeon bosses are guaranteed to have items. We've got...
standard.
And standard, yes.
We've
got boss shuffle, map compass shuffle.
Yeah, map compass boss shuffle. So it's... You don't know what the prize or the boss of the dungeon is until you found the map and compass.
I'm missing one.
Still looking for... Is it the Open Plus? Or like the Open... The one that the qualifier mode?
That's Tournament Hard. I'm still missing a 5th mode.
Tournament Hard. Inverted. Ambrosia. This one. Keysanity. The one we're watching. Right? Is that the one that we're missing?
Maybe? Let me take a look.
I think we mentioned all 5 if you include Keysanity.
So we got Keysanity, Hard, Ambrosia, Inverted Keys. Boss shuffles. Yeah, I got them all.
Yeah, Sniper is still looking for the big key. It's might as well not be Tournament Keysanity, because if it wasn't, there's more of a chance that we would have found it by now, given how much of the main game has been done.
Yeah, unless you have a particularly cruel Keysanity.
Oh, it's a fake key! Oh, I didn't even think about that. This mode has the possibility of having fake Ganon's Tower big keys in it. So you get excited when you see a big key and it's just Skullwoods. Oh, so good. We're going to be seeing that a lot. That's something I look forward to.
One of the big 3 big keys you don't want to see.
How many times have we gotten a good pit skating? He placed down a bomb instead of the hookshot and tried to get away from the bomb, but was too close to the pit. But couldn't go backwards because that would put him on his bomb, so he had to just skate the edge of the pit until the beetle got too close and then he fell in. Yes, that's true. If this wasn't Tournament Keysanity, Big Key of Skullwoods could have locked the Big Key of GT.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. Again, from a spectator's point of view.
Yeah, the runners, give them a break. Give them a shout out as well. Follow these runners. They will be finishing up the seed for us and giving us an interview. And they have been very patient with the seed, given how the seed has been treating them.
Yes! Yes!
I'll give this one to you. If there was any seed that was going to have a 22, it's this one. And also the one I watched earlier today. It's the same dang seed. Yeah, this is for real. It's actually a tile room seed. We have pulped, we have done tile. Ugh.
This is the Twitch seed.
I think I need to brush my teeth after this. It's left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, on top of what Malmo was saying earlier, follow the racers, give a follow to Speed Gaming, its entire network, Speed Gaming 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you're in Europe, we have Speed Gaming channels for Spanish, French, Portuguese, and German. And give a follow to our tracker, Lady Larlinda, who has done a great job for us tonight.
Oh my god. Look at what Kaida's doing.
Oh, the mad lad.
The gamble that I have last location this item or very nearly done so. I'm very mad at the seed, and I know exactly what the seed has in store for me. I expect to see at least one sword slash from this after it's found. It's still very much in Sniper's favor, but this race got a little closer. I think we might actually see two people in Ganon at the same time, which is what I like to see in a race. Think of the collection rate difference. The big key. Oh, you still get the Keysanity text. That's cool. I wonder how that works. It's one of those bot specific. Like, you can't just roll it like that on Customizer. I think your bot has to shuffle it in a subset of locations and then shuffle the rest of the items.
At this point, I'm thinking the only thing that could swing this back to Kaide would be a Moldorm Fall or a Ganon Fall.
Yeah, it's, you know, we don't want to wish that on
no.
Sniper, but also it's really unlikely to happen on the equipment they're on. When they have been playing this long, they usually have like tempered and all the males and their bottles have stuff in them. Very unlikely that anything bad will happen. At the same time, though, anything can happen. You can still fall to Ganon on red mail. In fact, I think most Ganon falls happen on silver arrows, because it's a lot easier to try and squeeze in a hit on silver arrows and get bots than it is to do the normal silverless fight.
Yeah, let me know. I'm for Chaos, but like I'm for Chaos just through like the general progression of the seed, not through like actual suffering of the players.
I like to see people have the opportunity to play at their best.
Exactly.
Which can mean giving them low percent equipment, because that's fun to see what people do with that. But it can also be giving them a big routing challenge, and how do you take this awful seed and make it work for you?
Exactly, like falling to Mordor and falling to Ganon, like that's just a bad break.
Time difference and butter is basically minimal at the skill level. It saves frames on Ganon if you can pull off the normal strat. Like, the frames being you can hit Ganon on the first frame in phase 3. You can use pokes instead of slashes. That's the difference. What it really means, though, is you don't have to worry about 1-on-1. Like, you can just slash him and not try. Whereas you can still miss the trident spin. Sniper could get an extra cycle in phase 1 or 2. And what did we say? A Moldorm Fall. I don't think a Moldorm Fall is enough to make a difference, but it can happen too.
Oh yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Look at the heart difference. I think there may have been a little bit of a lot of hearts in Ganon's tower, because we have 3 entire hearts missing on Kaide's side. Ooh, nice recovery. That's a hard one to recover from. That poor Wizrup's room. If you get it the first try, it's fine, but if you miss, getting it the second try is impossible.
Alright, showdown with Aghanim. Oh, nice triple to start off.
Yeah. This one could be a triple too. Nope, it can't. It's a blue ball. Oh, this is an awkward pattern. Yeah, it's hard to get when they're at the same angle. Okay, we made it into a 4. There's quick swap flexing from Kaide.
I think Kaide's making his thoughts on the seed known on his way up, leaving those bombs behind.
how important bombs were in the early game?
Oh yeah. And then
It's so easy to forget the early game when you're in a seed like this. Have a little respect for the bombs. Yes, Sniper has to get this, like... he actually has a really good setup here. He's gotten way more than enough hits for you, and has phased Ganon perfectly. Just like an NMG.
yeah, that maneuvering of the fire bat circle was something I wasn't even aware of the finer mechanics of until that Go Mode podcast with Sailor Nep about the Ganon fight.
Yeah, it's harder in Rando because the Ganon bats are randomized. Sniper, I think, probably actually has normal bats from fighting Armos, but Kaide is not going to have those. So it's a good thing that he's doing a butter sword fight and not having to get inside the circle of bats. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, a nice triple on Ganon.
Ah, and the nice sub 2 in this all dungeon seed.
Yeah, that was...
With the tile room big key. I think Kaide actually did set up for the 1-1, but of course didn't need it. It's butter sword.
I like that Triforce Sext.
Oh, I missed it.
Pick us up before we get dizzy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, with an official race time of 1:55.32, Jesse finished it, or I'm calling by his Discord name. Radical Sniper 99 finishes in sixth place overall. Meanwhile, Kaide is going to be finishing up here in just a moment. Very nice. Get your GGs in the chat for both our players.
Both getting a sub 2. Very good.
And Kaide finishes in 8th place in the race room out of 15 people. And we were joined by Radical Sniper 99, GG.
GG. Something with G.
Yeah, it was a seed.
Oh, yeah, we'll call it that.
Been seeing a lot of Thieves Town Big chests today. And a lot of tile rooms.
I just don't know. That was cruel. I felt okay until I did a Gina, and then everything sank. I was like, oh no.
GG, Kaide.
GG, Kaide.
Nice job on the tile room gamble. That was pretty cool to see, knowing where it was.
The only good play I did in the entire seat, I guess. Like in that situation, I was like, okay, I did last location of the big key of spot. It was really dumb. Like in that situation, that check was gonna be last location for sure. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do tile room and let's see what happens. I don't care.
Found the big key at Ganon's tower.
Anyways, this won't happen on any tournament race, so yeah, it was a huge meme. rushing tile room in a set.
Yeah, I made the race pretty close though.
Yeah. Anyways, if I was really behind, like if I went for left side then right side, I was like 10 minutes or 12 maybe, I don't know. So yeah, I went pot a couple times. That was really dumb by my side. That was really stupid. Yeah, leaving that hammer really early in the game. And that was more R&D, I guess. I don't know. I'm not good at this game mode, so I have to check everything and try to play a little bit better next time, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that most of the players in this race missed the hammer, given where it was. I mean, there's a couple people with some really fast times, like 129.54 is the top. I have to imagine that he got the hammer earlier and got to save a lot of Ice Palace double dipping. That doesn't make the seed good. You're still going to probably last location the book.
It's like you go through everything in your head of what has to go right, and you see like has the hammer, dips mire, avoids the whole mountain, avoids pod. So like there's just a list of things that are reasonable, and you're just like, dang, Vortex hit it.
Yeah, I see. I guess you could miss the Thieves Town Big Key. I wonder if that's what happened. Miss the Thieves Town Big Key, only do the front four, because he's saying he didn't go to the back on this first trip. Maybe making the Thieves Town Big chests a little better.
Yeah,
you
no, that
needed
would.
to go Agina, then get both keys before entering Thieves Town, and you were fine.
Kind of.
Just
The
that.
Thieves Town small key was flute locked. Right? It was behind.
The Ice Palace play was okay. I mean, I was expecting to find something there.
Yeah, I was
It
expecting
was
the
a fluke.
flute to show up, so it wasn't surprising that that's what showed up in ice. And then I was really surprised to find Hammer just sitting in Sphere 1, because the flute did open up a lot.
Yeah, no, that
And
would have
then
been
desert
that would have been
with
hilarious.
a lot of stuff like the boots and silver arrows, or the second bow, whatever.
Yeah, just think about it.
It
You're
was
like,
really bad. Anyways,
if you don't
sorry.
do Agina, you hit up, you get those boots, and you're like, oh, I got my hook shot. I still got the mountain. Like you could just continue to miss that hammer forever, in perpetuity. It's terrible.
I was really sad. Like when I got the flute, I was like, okay, wow, let's continue. And then I went to the desert. I found the wood, and I was like, okay.
Oh, the seed wants you to
Whatever.
go do Misery Mire. This is great. All the progression just starts hitting one after another. I'm on the path finally, and then you go to Agina and find Ham, and you're like, oh no, I've been wrong the whole night. Everything's terrible now.
Yeah, it was really terrible.
I didn't realize you had found the hammer like after finding out TR is a pendant and you have the Eastern Big Key, and you feel really good about the Mire play.
Yeah.
Because Kaide got the hammer first, coming in from the light world and then fluting.
Yes. So I did purple chest, and then I went to Agina because I was looking for boots or something like that. Like, I'm going to desert, so let's see if the boots are here, and just to be safe about the desert palace torch.
Yeah, no, I had a
It's hilarious that it actually had an item, so whatever.
I had a cute moment with Desert. I was like, I saw the silvers and I was like, bye, I'm not gonna get you. And then the next chest, you pull boots, you're like, hi.
I think that was like the only generosity this seed showed anyone.
I was planning to leave them. I was like, no matter where boots are, I'm not coming back for that. That is not happening. And then you get them immediate and you're like, yeah, no, we're gonna get those silver arrows.
Yeah, we had a whole discussion about it.
Yeah, we were trying to like game plan like any possible scenario that you go back for silvers on, and it's just boots anyway. Like, well, never mind.
I would have skipped them, I think. Like, if you have the third sword and you don't get the boots, it doesn't matter at all.
Exactly. Complete agreement. If those boots were anywhere else, not in that dungeon and not in Mire probably. Like Mire is a 50-50 if I do it, but if they were anywhere else like Pod or Swamp or TR, I'm not going. Just isn't happening.
Yeah, I think we had concluded that maybe you get them specifically for Vitreous. If you're coming back, you might dip in for the silvers before Vidi, and you're not even getting them for Ganon.
Even
Yeah, and like
that, we had. I don't know if I don't know if you got the cape, but I got the cape in that moment. I think so. I don't know. The only thing that really matters about the boots is GT Big Key, and that's it.
Trying to think where the Mel and I were discussing, like because there's a pretty big discrepancy. Radical Sniper, he got all 4 bottles and 17 hearts, while Kaide has 14 hearts and 2 bottles. I'm trying to.
Ganon's Tower. You did go
Yes,
Tyler Room gamble, and you
Yeah.
miss out on all the junk.
yeah, lots of junk. Not even like good junk. Like, could you have given me? I don't know. I would have liked butter or something, but it was just all garbage.
Where was
I got the
Butter?
Force Sword.
Big chest of Thieves Town.
Yeah, it's
No,
no.
Big Chest of
No?
Thieves Town was booked. So was it like
Oh.
Eco Tablet?
Sorry, I meant to say Hera, not Thieves Town.
Oh.
Yeah, Hera,
Hera Big
coffee
Chest.
break, or was it the big chest?
It was the big chest, I think. I mean, that's the reason why Kaide had it, right? Because Kaide did TR before Hera. So was able
Yeah.
to pick it up after Hera pot.
And that Turtle Rock was really disappointing overall.
Oh,
Was
yeah, there's
expecting to find couple keys there.
there was a bottle in
no.
Hylia Island.
Yeah, no,
Really
I
disappointing.
just to clarify that one, I pulled it only because I didn't check the island.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I was after I got the finished at Ice Rod Cave, I was like, I could go to Zora and do all the flipper checks, and I was just like, you know what? I've got a mirror. I'll do North Dark World, like I'll do Skull into North Dark World. I'll end in Catfish, and we'll do all the flipper checks. And then it was just like, oh, let's do now West Dark World to South to Hylia Island, and eventually we'll do Hobo mirroring to Hobo. And I was like, I'll just blind check Lake Hylia Island. I don't care what it is.
Makes sense. Swimming past it's not very fast either. So yeah, any other thoughts about this seed before we kick it off to the next speed gaming event?
I hope future seeds of Keysanity Open 7-7 are better overall and not this.
Do you think tournament Keysanity benefits over normal Keysanity? Or is a seed really not a good way to judge that? Like, do you think this would have been a better or worse seed without it being tournament Keysanity and just being normal Keysanity?
I don't think it matters.
For me, this seed would have been going against a seed 1 or something better than me. I mean, so
Yeah,
that's the only good thing about this seed, I guess. If you're a good player, I don't think you want this seed on group stage or brackets. Or just get lucky.
Yeah, so thanks for being on Restream today for the Speed Gaming Daily. For the rest of the night, we just have a Super Metroid Link to the Past Randomizer SMZ3 race happening, and followed by... Yeah, no, that's it. That's the only one. It's on Speed Gaming 4. So if you want to kick it off to that, Otherwise, that will be the end of Link to the Past Randomizer for tonight. Tomorrow we will be showing off Spoiler Open, which is not a tournament mode, and that is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Watch that mode. It's really fun to watch and see how people play it.
Yep. Spoiler is special because the runners can actually watch each other and watch chat. So there's a little more interaction.
I just think it's a great showcase of talent.
They're very different. It's very hard to do. It really tests your gameplay ability and your routing in a different way than a normal randomizer does.
Just watching people going with 3 or 4 hearts. It's just amazing.
Yeah, people are asking what Spoiler is. Spoiler is a normal randomizer seed, but you get to know where the items are. And you have 15 minutes before the race starts to plan your route.
Yeah, so depending on, like, you know, if you have a high skill level, you can see, like, 5 heart, green mail, fire sword moth, you will fight for a crystal, just because the person's that good at it.
Yeah, it's a bit like speedrunning. So yeah, well, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you. I have been Malmo, and this has been Lucy and Grief. Good night.
Yeah, thanks for your stream, by the way.
Yep.
For the tracking. Yeah, have a good night, everyone. Thanks, Evan. And GG's Rifle Sniper.
Yeah, GG's tonight, and thanks as well for having me.
Always glad to have you.
Bye.
Alright, everyone, have a great night. On behalf of Speed Gaming, have a good night.